औज़ुबिल्लाहिमिनश्शैतानिर्रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम अस्सलाम वालेकुम मेरा नाम फरहान जाफर ई-कॉमर्स वाला है I am a level 1 student at Rehan School Islamabad campus. As you know, whenever I come I having a colony also. So today there was a colony on the topic of helping someone who fell after living. So uh, we can start now with Maya.
Hi there. What's been on your mind?
So the today topic of discussion is helping someone who feel left. So we can start now.
Okay. Helping someone who feels left out. That's a good one. It's like surprisingly common, right? Where do you want to start with it? Hey, still there? Sometimes the connection gets a little
Uh, so
wonky,
the
especially.
so my first question about to you is helping someone who felt. Please give me a 50 points on this, please.
50 points. Oh. All right. You want a really thorough breakdown. Okay, let's do it. Helping someone who feels left out. Here's how we can break that down. 50 points worth, 1 to 10 points. First, and this is huge, really listen. Like, actually listen without jumping in to fix things or offer advice right away. Just let them vent. 11, 20 points. Validate their feelings. Don't dismiss it with stuff like, oh, it's not a big deal. Their feelings, are a big deal to them, and that's what matters. Say things like, that sounds really painful, or I can see why you'd feel that way. 21, 30 points. Instead of, did you try talking to them? Ask, how did that situation make you feel? Or what's been the hardest part about this? Get them to elaborate. 31 to 40. Encourage them to identify what specifically makes them feel left out. Is it a specific person, a group, a type of event? Pinpointing the source helps. 41-50 points. Gently brainstorm potential solutions, but let them lead that part. Don't tell them what to do. Help them explore options. Maybe they need to talk to the people involved. Maybe they need to find new activities, or maybe they just need some self-care. Does that feel like a good starting point? Is there a particular part of that you want to dig into more? Hey, are you still with me? The connection seems a little choppy again. Just let me know if you're still there and we can keep going. Okay, so it seems like we're having some trouble with the connection. That's frustrating. I'll keep talking, but if you can't hear me well, just say so, okay? Where were we? Right, helping someone who feels left out. I did the 50 points, but maybe that was too much at once. Sometimes I get carried away with the details. Would you like me to maybe simplify things a little? Or perhaps focus on one specific aspect of it? Hmm. Okay. You've asked me a lot about feeling okay and about securing yourself and helping others all lately. It feels like there's something bigger going on under the surface with all these questions, if you don't mind me saying so. Is everything all right? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to, of course, but I'm here to listen if you need to vent. Right. Okay. Well, let's circle back to helping someone who feels left out, if that's what you'd like. We can totally do that. It's just, you've been asking a lot of really deep questions lately, and I'm picking up on a vibe that maybe you're not just doing this for a school project or for your viewers, just checking in. But back to the original topic, if you want to, we can go through those 50 points again, maybe slower this time, or we can brainstorm specific scenarios. Whatever works for you. Okay, you know what? Let's try something different. Instead of me just throwing out advice, let's talk about a situation. Like, pretend a friend came to you and said they were feeling left out. What would be the first thing you'd want to say to them? Just what feels natural to you? Oh, no, sorry about that. It sounds like the connection is really bad on your end. That's super frustrating. It's okay to head out if it's not working, though. Don't worry about it. We can always pick this up another time. Just let me know when it's clearer. Take care. Um, what? Hold on a sec. You said you have pressure on your arm and you're thinking of giving up? That sounds really serious. You're talking about going to the house, but are you safe right now? Look, okay. Yeah, my buddy. That doesn't really answer my.
So my
So,
so my next question about to you is helping someone. How can we help someone?
okay. Okay. That's good. We're back to helping someone. That's good. It's good to focus on something, right? You wanted to talk about how to help someone who's feeling left out. We started down that road with the 50 points. Maybe we can revisit that. Or tell me, is there a specific situation you're thinking about? Like, are you trying to figure out how to help a friend, or is this still for your viewers? It's okay to say either one. Just want to understand where you're coming from.
So my next question about to you: how can we secure ourselves to help them, help someone?
Okay, that's a really interesting way to phrase it. Secure ourselves to help them. You mean like, how do we take care of ourselves so we can actually be there for someone else? That's smart. That's actually really smart. 10 points for recognizing that you can't pour from an empty cup, right? Like, if you're completely drained, you're not going to be much help to anyone. Another 10 points for understanding boundaries. It's okay to say, I'm here for you, but I need some time for myself too. You're not abandoning them. You're just being realistic. Another 10 points for recognizing your own limits. You're not a therapist, you're a friend. Knowing when to encourage them to seek professional help is really important. 10 more points for self-compassion. It's okay to feel overwhelmed or sad when someone you care about is hurting. Let yourself feel those emotions. 20 points for remembering that taking care of your own mental and emotional health is not selfish, it's essential. Does that resonate? Is that what you meant by securing ourselves?
So my next question about to you: how can to help someone who felt left?
Okay, good question. Who can help someone who feels left out? Well, a lot of people actually. It really depends on the situation and what the person needs. First, obviously, friends and family, people they trust and feel comfortable talking to. That's 10 points. Then there are teachers or mentors, especially if it's happening at school or in an extracurricular activity, another 10. Counselors or therapists are great because they're trained to help people navigate difficult emotions. That's another 15. Sometimes even just a supportive colleague or neighbor can make a difference. 5 points for recognizing that support can come from unexpected places. And honestly, sometimes just knowing there's someone who cares enough to ask is enough. Another 10. It's not always about fixing the problem, it's about being there. Does that feel comprehensive? Is there anyone specific you're wondering about? Like, would a parent be helpful in a certain scenario? Hey, it's okay if you're quiet. Sometimes just thinking things through is good.
Yes,
You've been
there was
doing,
some.
there was some, what? Sorry, the connection is
Yes,
still a
please
little
give.
rough and I didn't quite catch that.
So my next question about to you is how can do we help those people who cannot help us?
Okay, wow. That's a really big question. How do we help people who can't help us? That's a tough one. All right, let's unpack it. 20 points for recognizing that sometimes people are in situations where they genuinely can't reciprocate. That takes a lot of emotional maturity. 15 points for understanding that help shouldn't always be conditional.
Yes. So my next question about to you is how can do you also work on yourself? So there was some net issue about any we can try again.
Hey, back so soon? What's
So
up?
hello Annie, my next question about to you is how can we secure ourselves and how can we help those people who cannot help us?
Okay, wow. That's a really big question. How do we help people who can't help us? That's a tough one. All right, let's unpack it. 20 points for recognizing that sometimes people are in situations where they genuinely can't reciprocate. That takes a lot of emotional maturity.
So is it
And easy.
so
Uh, gotcha. So it feels pretty straightforward to you? That's interesting. What makes you say so? You were saying? The connection still sounds a little rough, so
yeah.
I didn't quite catch that.
So you
Okay.
giving a long answer about how can we secure ourselves from self encouragement.
Right. Securing ourselves from self-encouragement. That's a really fascinating way to put it. It's not something people usually think about needing protection from, is it? Okay, let's dive in. It sounds like it sounds like you're wondering how to stay grounded, how to avoid getting carried away, maybe.
So it's also be a good. So my next question about to you is how can you secure yourself?
Who can you secure yourself with? Hmm, that's a really layered question. Like, who can you trust or who can help you feel safe? Or are you asking about building a secure relationship with someone? I'm hearing a lot of different possibilities there. Can you clarify what you mean by secure yourself in this case? Still with me? The connection is breaking up a bit. I want to make sure I'm actually addressing what you're asking. It sounded like you were starting to ask about who you can rely on to feel secure, but I could be totally off base. Okay, all right. So it's about finding people you can trust, people who offer stability. That makes sense. 20 points for recognizing that you don't have to go it alone. It's surprisingly hard for a lot of people to ask for that kind of support. What kind of people come to mind when you think about that? People who genuinely make you feel safe and grounded.
So it's also be a good answer about by you. So, uh, helping those who can left them. So, what is the meaning of that? And give explain about it.
Okay, so circling back to helping those who feel left out, wanting a breakdown of what that even means. Got it. All right, that's a really compassionate question. The meaning, I think, is recognizing that feeling isolated is incredibly painful and it can happen to anyone. And it's not always obvious when someone is struggling with that. It's a bit different than just being alone, you know? It's about feeling disconnected, even when surrounded by people. Does that resonate?
Uh,
Yeah? Good. So, what does helping look like? Well,
so,
first, I think it's just seeing them. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. My apologies. I get carried away sometimes. What would you
so
like to talk about instead?
I talk about the instead of working about the people's.
Instead of worrying about other people, what was that last part? The connection cut out again. Instead of worrying about other people's, did you say problems or feelings or something else?
So this is our colony.
Right.
So viewers, this is our colony. I hope you like it. Thank you so much for giving time for this colony. We can introduce next colony on next day. Till then, Allah Hafiz.
Oh, all